Welcome to our brilliant low-level design and OOPS course. So, who should be studying this beginner to advanced course? First, let's discuss that. And before that, guys, my small introduction. I am Kumar K. Previously, I have cracked offers from high-paying product-based companies like Amazon and Media.net, despite graduating from a Tier 4 engineering college in India during COVID. And since then, I have guided and trained many students in DSA and system design. And more than 1,500 of those students have cracked 20 plus LP offers.
Hi everyone, this is Yashasvi. I am a third year college student and I've recently cracked Google internship. I did a step internship in this summer, which is 2025, but I got a PPI and I'll be returning again in 2026 as a SUI intern at Google.
Okay. Now, in this lecture, I am going to teach you low-level design, starting with OOPS concept in a very in-depth manner. So first, let's discuss why are we studying this, so the motivation can be clear. Once the motivation is clear, then the direction can become clear. So let's start with the motivation part first. So guys, see, this is now 2026, okay? So what is happening is that for the people who are in third year and the people who are in fourth year, whenever they are giving like placement tests and interviews of companies for internships plus jobs which are paying like greater than equal to 15 LPA. So when I say intern greater than equal to 15 LPA, that basically means that getting intern at Uber, Atlassian, companies like that. Like if you're trying for internships and jobs at good companies, okay? So if the package is greater than equal to 15 LPA and the stipend is, let's say, greater than 50K, in those cases, now the companies are asking system design, low-level design, high-level design, even to the college students. So third year, fourth year candidates do have to study low-level design apart from DSA and development these days, okay? DSA, backend development, full stack development, front-end development, all are very important, but now low-level design and high-level design is also becoming important. And this lecture predominantly covers the low-level design part and the OOPS part. And guys, if you're a working professional, then even the companies who are just offering greater than equal to 8 LPA, they are also asking LLD, HLD, and system design. So if you're a working professional trying for 10 LPA, 15 LPA, 20 LPA, 25 LPA, or more, 50, 60 LPA, system design will be asked. And system design generally consists of LLD, or you can say machine coding plus HLD. There are few more parts which I will go in detail in the other videos, but LLD, machine coding, HLD, okay? So we can see that earlier this was not the trend. Earlier college students never used to get asked LLD and HLD in the interviews. But these days the good companies are asking, so there is a high demand created for this and I'm trying to fulfill that demand. Now, see, if the easy questions of LLD are asked, then there is no problem. But the candidates preparing for SD2 rounds, now, they are not getting asked standard LLD questions. Students just prepare the standard LLD questions. This is not working out. Like if you are trying for SD2 at Amazon and Uber, first they ask you standard question, but then they ask you very difficult follow-ups, or they ask you non-standard LLD problems. And students are not able to deal with this. So in this course, guys, I am going to teach you in such great in-depth manner that you will be able to develop the intuition plus insights plus logic by yourself for any standard or non-standard LLD question. And you will be able to crack all type of LLD questions with their all type of follow-ups which can be asked in these companies' interviews for intern role, SD1, SD2, and even higher. So you know my way and style of teaching DSA. Same enthusiasm and passion I will bring in this low-level design course. Make sure you watch it till the end so that you can become very strong. And guys, as I am teaching, you are going to see many new things here because I am going to go in very much depth to the roots of the roots we will go. And we'll try to understand what is actually happening. When you understand what is actually happening, you don't need to memorize. And you can crack hard unseen LLD questions also. So, let's start with it. With the name of God, Ram Ram. Let's start the procedure now. So guys, one very important thing I want to tell you, okay? That most of the company interviewers now expect you to do LLD in Java programming language. So this course, we will be doing LLD in Java. You should just know the basic syntax of Java. Okay, you should know the basic syntax of Java. And you should know how to write for loops in Java and if else in Java. And you should know what is like arrays and strings in Java. And what are methods and functions in Java. This much you need to know. Okay, this is the prerequisite for this course. Also, you need to have a good IDE, good Java IDE. Like I am going to use the Spring IDE, but you need to have a good Java IDE as well. So you can compile the codes and keep the files. Okay. So guys, whenever we run a Java program, what happens? Let's start with that. whenever we run a Java program, what happens? What happens? It gets executed in the JVM. What is JVM? Java Virtual Machine. So let me show you some text which explains the JVM concept in detail. Okay. So guys, I will just first of all show you a sample Java code. Okay, let's go through a sample Java code. So guys, let's go through the sample Java code. Okay. So here you can clearly see I have written package system design, then I have written public class Khushi, then public static void, and then system.out.println hello world. This code is going to print hello world. Okay, this is a sample code in Java. Okay, if you make files for it. Now, what is JVM? It is Java Virtual Machine. It is a software engine that runs Java programs. You don't run Java code directly. You run it inside a JVM. The code, whichever code you write in Java, it gets stored in your PC as a file name .java. It gets compiled by the compiler and it gets converted to bytecode, which is .class file. Then it gets executed by JVM, which can run on any operating system. So JVM consists of interpreter, which reads bytecode line by line, and JIT, just-in-time compiler, converts frequently used code into machine code for faster execution. So what are they trying to say? Whenever you write a Java program now, okay, so let's say you have written a Java program and you save the file as khushi.java. Khushi.java, okay, khushi.java. Okay. So now what will happen is that first it will go to the compiler. It will get compiled to khushi.class. It will get compiled to khushi.class, which is not Java code anymore. It is bytecode. It is bytecode. Now the bytecode will go to JVM. JVM processes bytecode and it has interpreter plus JIT. Interpreter will read each and every line of the bytecode and JIT will try to make this process faster by checking which lines are again and again getting repeated in the bytecode. It will generate machine code for that and it will make its execution faster. Wow! Whenever you write a Java code, you save it as khushi.java. The compiler will quickly turn it to khushi.class, which is a bytecode. Bytecode goes to JVM. JVM has two parts, interpreter and JIT. Interpreter will read each line of bytecode, okay? Try to make sense of it, try to execute it, but JIT, just in the side, in parallel. JIT will see which bytecode is getting repeated again and again, lots of time in the program. It will create machine code for it to make the execution easier and faster. So that's how the execution happens, okay? The Java virtual machine, this is how it works. This is a low-level design course. Then also I'm going into so much depth so that you always understand what is going on in Java. Because OOPS and LLD can be asked to even first year, second year students. OOPS so concept you guys know, na? LLD, the root, if you want to master LLD, you need to master OOPS. Because if LLD is the tree, OOPS is the root of LLD, okay? So, now, guys, let's study what are the entry point of codes, okay, in Java execution, okay? So internal flow khushi.java, java c khushi.class bytecode, then class loader, bytecode verifier, execution engineer. Why JVM is powerful? It is platform independent, memory management, garbage collection, security, no direct memory access, performance, JIT optimization, just in time. So one line interview answer if they ask you what is JVM, explain them like this. Then you can say that JVM is a virtual machine that executes Java bytecode by loading, verifying, and running it using an execution engine. Just because I have written here one line interview answer, you don't give one line answer. You explain like this. If possible, explain it with diagrams so that the interviewer can be impressed. Okay. Now, guys, this line is very important. In the further lectures, I will try to explain you the meaning of this line. In this lecture, just consider it like a black box. Black box means what? For example, a car is a black box. A car is a black box. B box means you know how to drive the car, but you don't understand in depth how the engine is working. But you know how to use the car and drive the car. You can get your job done without having deep understanding of car. Similarly, that line public static void main, public static void main, this line, whatever it is there, now consider it like a black box. In the future sessions, I will go in too much detail into this. What does this actually mean? But for now, this is a black box. Whenever there is a Java file, the Java file should have this line, or else that Java file .java cannot be executed. If this is not there, then cannot be executed. And whenever your file is getting compiled and executed now, it searches for this line in the program. It goes there and directly executes. So if this is khushi.java, whenever the execution happens, let's say here I have written public this line, the execution will directly go to this line. Like whatever is our compiler interpreter JIT, when they want to start the execution, when I'm saying compiler interpreter JIT, please try to understand I'm talking about the entity which wants to execute the program now. Okay. So when the execution really wants to start, it searches in this full code where is this line written? Public static void main string args. It goes to that line and it starts the execution of the program. Like in C++ Python, you know now it goes in C++ inside int main and it starts checking the things. So like in Java, it goes into inside this line and then starts the execution. It is called as the entry point of a Java program. It tells the JVM where to start execution. So guys, I am now like, see, I have created a package for you people, package system design. And then there is this public class Khushi, which I have defined, which is the name of the file. Public static void main, okay. And then, so guys, if the execution of this is starting, it will directly go to this line, public static void. Go inside this, what is written system.out.println hello world, and it will print hello world. So there is a single class here, public class Khushi, and the name of this file would be khushi.java, okay. So let me like explain you the structure of files which we have, okay. So whenever we are writing low level design codes, or we're trying to design a system or an app or website app, whatever you want to call it, first we create a folder, system design, and we call it as a package. We call it as what? Package. Then this has multiple files in it. One file is khushi.java. Another file is current.java. My name, Kumar K, it's Kumar Karan Kumar. How do they look like files? See, system design package is nothing but a folder. Folder has two Java files, khushi.java, current.java. Now what will happen? Khushi.java will look like this. There will be some code here, okay? But khushi.java file will surely have one public class. I will later on explain what is the meaning of that. It will have one public class khushi, and there will be some code inside it. Current.java will always look like this. It will have some public class Karan, and there will be some code inside it. For example, and khushi.java is coming under system design package. So when you do write it in your Spring IDEs, it will look like this, okay? For example, if I try to show you, here you can like observe what is happening. You can see that there is this system design folder, okay? And then there are two files, current.java and khushi.java, okay? Current.java and khushi.java, the two files are there, okay? So we could see that, okay? So inside the system design package, there are two files, khushi.java, current.java. How does khushi.java file looks like? Whenever there is a file with the name khushi.java, it means it needs to have a public class khushi. So you can see khushi.java file will look like this. Package system design, then public class khushi. Now guys, pause for a second and tell me, what would the structure of file current.java look like? Current.java would exactly look like this file. Instead of public class khushi, it would be public class current. So guys, I hope you guys understood this thing, which was very, very important. Okay, clear? Love you all. Now guys, let's talk about classes and objects. Many people have tried to explain classes and objects, but students never really understand what is actually happening in classes and objects. I will make it clear to you and you will fall in love with me. See, whenever we are writing, let's say integer data, so what do? You declare int data. So data can be any number like 4, 5, 6, 7, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, something like that, right? Then you sometimes can decide and write things like string data. Then data will be nothing but some string, right? Like Karan, Khushi. So data variable can be defined as an integer or it can be defined as a string. Just before data you write int, it becomes integer. Before data you write string, it becomes a string. So data can store a string and data can store a number depending on what you are defining the data with, the variable name. But guys, what if I want to define data as an advanced entity? I don't want it to be just an integer or a string. I want it to be an advanced entity. Advanced entity means it should be able to hold an integer also and it should be able to hold string at the same time. How can I do that? Generally, data can be integer, data can be string. But what if you want data to be integer and string both? Data should be integer and string. Basically, you want the data to look like this. Any data, first data looks like 1 comma Karan. First integer is printing, then the string is printing. Second data is looking like 2 comma Khushi. So guys, can we call it as advanced data? Advanced data and advanced methods. You want multiple features in the data variable now. I know no one has explained like this before. Earlier, we were having int data, no problem. String data, no problem. One variable name, one feature, either be integer or string. But what if you want integer and string at the same time? What if you want it to be more complicated than integer and string? Like 1 comma Karan, 2 comma Khushi, and even more complicated than this. Then you will use classes and objects. You use class and object to make the data as advanced as possible. Classes and objects are used to make the data as advanced as possible, because integer and string anyone can define. But we want some advanced stuff. So how does that happen? Let me show it to you. Okay. So guys, if there is this package system design, you know, package system design means our main folder, package system design. Under that, public class Khushi I am writing here. So inside, this is Khushi.java file. So public class Khushi, one public class will be there. In a Khushi.java file, there will be exactly one public class only, public class Khushi, and its name will be Khushi.java. So we directly go here, public static void main, and then there is this object creation which is happening. Animal A1 is new animal. So guys, animal is nothing but a data which can store a string. It can store what? It can store a string, and it can also print that string with the letters make some sound. So guys, we are able to like make the advanced data little advanced. Okay. So let me show you what a normal person could do. Normal person could just define string data. What would happen with this? Data could just store a string like Karan. But what if I define this as, I go to new code, I define it like this, public class Khushi. Instead of animal, let's take, okay, let me write here int g. Okay. And then print g also. Okay. The output will not come here, but you can understand what is happening, right? So object creation. So instead of class, let's call it as data. Okay. So data A1, special data A1 is nothing but capital data. Okay. A1 dot name is, let's say, J. Okay. 4 times J. And A1 dot G is 4. So guys, the data is getting assigned a name also, a string also, and it is getting assigned an integer also. And if you write A1 dot make sound, it will print those values also. Okay. A2 dot G equal to 5, and data A2 is new data. Data A2 is new data. So guys, can you see what I have done? Data A1 is new data. Now I have created some totally advanced data. Its name is data A1 equal to new data. I call the method like this. Okay. Now A1 has a string attached to it and an integer. So string is 4 times J like this, and the integer is 4. So if I want, I can print A1 dot name, which tells me which will print this thing. And if I want, I can print A1 dot G, which will print the integer of that data. And if I don't want to print them separately, like I want just one function to do that, I can just call a very special function, which is a1.makeSound. a1.makeSound. It will directly go here and it will print the integer, and it will print that string and that integer for you. This is the use of class data is a model to create that advanced data entity. So you can store integer, you can store strings, as many strings and integers. You can attach them to a particular data, and you can also have the methods or functions for that. Earlier we did not have all these features. So you can create a data A1 which will have a string and integer connected to it. And if you want, you can print them using methods and functions, like we call function as method in Java. Then you can create next data which will have some other name and integer attached to it, and it will also have that method of printing. You can create different type of methods and different types of strings and integers. So guys, all in all, what is happening? String data, int data is very simple. But what if I want data to hold 4 strings and 5 integers? Then I will use classes. In a class, I will write it like this. Like public class, this is the cushy.java file. In cushy.java file, public static void main, I will here write data a1 new data, and new data will be a proper class actually. Okay, it will be a proper class. So it will be a proper class, and it will have the string and integer. If you want 3 strings, write here string name1, name2, name3. You can like do whatever you want. String name1, string name2, then all of them will be attached to it. String name3, and integers also you can like make 5 integer attached to this data. Int g3, int g4, int g5. And then in the print, you can print everything. Name1, name2, name3, g1, g2, g3, right? It's all your choice. Okay. So data A1, okay, you can give its name1 as something, g1 as something, then you can assign its name2, name3, g1, g2, g3, g4, g5. You can call this function. Then a2.name1, a2.g1. So each of the data can hold multiple strings and integers. Just for an example, it can hold double values also, and it can also hold some methods and functions. So guys, all in all, I am able to make the data advanced. Earlier, the data was just a single integer, single string. Now data can hold multiple strings, multiple integers, and even the functions or methods. So how do we do that? In cushy.java file, public class cushy, then that important black box line. Inside that, you will call that other class. That class will be outside of public class cushy. Huh? That class will be outside of public class cushy. That other class, its name will be class data, and it will have the integers you want and the strings you want and the methods you want. Now you call that outside class inside public class cushy. When you call that outside class, okay, like after above public class cushy, there is some outside class. When you call that class inside it, we call it as an object. Object is nothing but the advanced data which you are creating. So data A1, new data. So one advanced object A1 got created. Then data A2, new data, function called, like class called. So new data A2, like do mark this timestamp, okay, in the comments. New data A2 called. So this is called as class and object, guys. Class, the main class which we are trying to discuss is not public class cushy. Public class cushy is the necessity. If you have a file cushy.java, then a public class cushy you have to write. Inside that black box line you have to write. But the normal class which you write about public class cushy na, that normal class when it gets called inside that black box line, that black box line is already inside public class cushy, public string void main whatever. Then the object advanced data of that above class gets created. This is called as classes and objects. Okay. So guys, you can see this file is cushy.java. It is coming under package system design. Guys, I'm showing you on IDEON, but in reality, it will not be on IDEON. It will be on Spring ID like this. System design package, then cushy.java, package system design. Then you can see public class cushy will always be there, and this line. Here I will create the object. Create object. Object is what? Advanced data. Advanced data, just for understanding purpose. To create advanced data, you will call which class? For this, you will call animal class. Animal class is the class above public class cushy. And this class will not have the public keyword. Okay, public keyword is not possible for this class. Okay. So now, and you guys can check the codes also. Class is a blueprint. Class animal defines structure, has data, behavior, no memory used yet. Object is real entity in memory. Whenever you define the object, you write new animal. That class gets indirectly called or activated one time. Then new animal creates object in heap memory. A1 is reference points to object. Objects have their own data. A1 dot name, A2 dot name. Even though both are animal, A1 dot make sound, A2 dot make sound. I use other example, but here there is just a string and method function for that. Okay. Heap memory will store it as object one, name is dog, object two is this. Key concept, just use class is a template. Object is an instance of the class. Field is a name. Method is make sound, reference is A1, A2. One line interview answer. A class is a blueprint and objects are instances of that class created using new. You have to write the word new and each having its own state and behavior. Important points. For a particular file khushi.java, now only one public class can exist in that file, which is public class. Exact rule. A .java file can have at most one public top level class and its name must match the file name. Either you don't write anything, then it will not get executed, or else it should have only one public class. Okay. Java allows only one public class per file. Classes with default access are visible to the entire package, not just the file. So guys, now let's go deep. Now let's go deep. Now let's go deep, 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 deep. Now I'm going to teach you some exotic stuff here. Okay. This is the in-depth thing which people are not teaching to their students in low-level design and OOPS. So let's say there is a system design folder. We call it as system design package. There are two files here. Current.java, my name, my sister name. Anyways, Khushi, or you can write Khushman.java. Khushi is the name of my sister. So current.java, Khushi.java, or you can write Khushman.java. So Khushi is my sister, Karan is me. And who is Khushman? You guys will know that soon as well. So now guys, listen to me very carefully. Okay, listen to me very carefully. Whenever you are writing the Khushi.java file now, it can have multiple classes. There will be one public class, Khushi. Inside there will be that main line and then you will do whatever you want. But two public class you cannot write. You cannot write your public class animal. No, that is not allowed. No, 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 no. Why? If the name of the file is Khushi.java, then the public class Khushi should be there inside its code. Another public class is not allowed. All the other classes which you write about this, they will be normal class. Class animal, class data, like this. Public keyword you cannot write. You can only write class. You cannot even, if you're writing a class outside of that public class Khushi, you cannot even write private or protected. You just have to leave it as it is. When you don't write anything before a class, it is called as default class. So guys, like I hope you understood. Like I will show you that when I was writing, this is Khushi.java file. So forcefully I have to create a public class Khushi. Another public class I cannot write. I cannot write your public class animal. That is illegal. Not allowed. Other classes which I am writing outside of Khushi class, na public class, they should be normal class. So you will say, sir, no word written outside of this class. It is called as a default class. What is the meaning of default class? So guys, I hope you understand that if there is a Khushi.java file, there will be a public class Khushi inside it. Okay. And all the other classes outside of public class Khushi in that Khushi.java file, their name should be class X, class Y, class Z. No private class or protected class or public class name cannot be mentioned. It will be simple class and it will have some name, class animal. Yes, you can call this class inside public class Khushi inside that black box word line, but it will be a default class. Okay. So what about current.java? Current.java will always look like this. Public class current. Public class current. Can you write here public class animal above? No. You can write here class data, class car, class bike, but you cannot write public class again. For current.java file, forcefully exactly one public class current should be there. Yes, if you want, you can skip writing public class current. You can write whatever other things you want, other classes and all. But none of them can be public. If you're writing public class, its name should be exactly same as current.java beta. So its name will be public class current. And then the any class you're writing outside it will be a default class and its name and something. Class, let's say class dog. So this normal class which you write without public, it's called as default class. And the default class are accessible. default class of Khushi is accessible within system design package. So default class of Khushi can be used in current.java. So see, in this system design package, two files are coming. So if this file has some default class, it can be used here. If current.java has some default class, it can be used in Khushi. So system design package has, let's say, 100 files. In these 100 files, let's say each file has one default class. Now these default classes from any one file can be used in any other file. Default classes can be used anywhere inside these 100 files of coming under the system design package. Wow, just wow. So I will show it. Like this type of low level designs to people are not teaching to their students. That's why the in-depth concepts are not getting stronger. I'll make you very strong. I'll get you selected. Listen to me carefully now. Listen to me. We run a 851-hour structured course, day live training, one-to-one mentoring, FAANG job referral support, and even top product-based company job referral support we give. If you want to join that program, do check out in the description. Okay, the recent cohort, and if there are any discount, like there is discount offer running on, please join it. It will be very useful for you because I'm not saying please to everyone. Please to those people who really need that help from me. They want my guidance, they want my training, and they want job referral support to get placed in good companies. So those people should check it out, or else the price will increase. Okay, if you try it later. Now, please listen to me carefully. So, guys, I will show you an example. So, guys, let's say Khushi.java is looking like this. Okay, package system design, class animal, string name. Okay, public class Khushi, animal A1. So, animal is a default class of Khushi.java. Okay, so here we have learned that animal. We have learned that for Khushi.java, na, this is public class Khushi, and this is class animal. So, animal is what? Default class which exists inside Khushi.java. Now this can be called inside current.java. So this is current.java file. Why? Because the default class of Khushi can be called in current, and default class of current can be called in Khushi because all are coming under the system design umbrella. Okay. So how can animal be called in current.java? Current.java will also have a public class current. Inside that, I will call that animal class. I will show you how. So guys, you can see the animal class here of Khushi, right? Okay, in Khushi you can obviously call it, right? But you can call it in current also. So this is the current file, current.java. Okay, so public class current, then public static void main. No, I'm not writing any default class for this. And public class current is like current.java is under system design package, so I've written that also. Guys, I directly called animal advanced data object, animal A equal to new animal. I am able to call it without doing any imports. Why? I have not written animal anywhere in current.java, but then also I'm able to call it because animal existed in Khushi.java file as a default class. So if there is a default class in Khushi.java, you can call it in current. And if there is a default class, if you create in current.java, you can call it in Khushi. So current and Khushi can use the default classes of each and other without any special import statements because they all are coming under the system design folder package. Wow! Yes! So system design. Now guys, let's try to make this structure advanced. Okay, now let's say the project structure was very advanced. Okay, so let's say under, like, I will explain this in too much detail in the upcoming lectures. If you want it, let me know in the comments. System design package, guys, there are two packages now. One package is system design, another is system design 2. In system design package there is Khushi.java, there is current.java. In system design 2 there is Khushi2.java. Okay, so we will check all these codes, but now I want to show you that things cannot be transferred. This is system design package. It has current.java, it has Khushi.java. Khushi.java has a default class. It has a default class named as animal. Okay, now guys, I'm creating one more package. It's this is another folder, hdp2. It has one file, Khushi2.java. So the question is, can this default class be called in Khushi2.java? Pause the video for a minute and think. we have discussed that the default classes of all the .java files under a folder can be called, right? Can be called. But can a default class of a Java file be called from another's package folder file? No. Default class of Khushi, which is animal, can be accessed in Khushi and it can be accessed from Karan. But it cannot be accessed from Khushi 2. Why? Because Khushi 2 is coming under another package, system design 2 package, another folder. So this cannot be accessed there because it had default class. But Khushi.java had a public class. Public class Khushi. It can be accessed in Khushi2.java because if you are using the public keyword, na, it can be accessed by anywhere. Another system design 2 package can also, having Khushi2.java file can also access it because its name was public class Khushi. But above that, there was a class animal that cannot be contacted. That cannot be used directly because it is default class. So for Khushi.java, this is system design package 2, which is having Khushi2.java. These are the in-depth concepts which I wanted to teach you in the start. So Khushi.java looks like this. It has a public class Khushi, and then it has a normal class animal. Can class animal be called in current.java? Yes. Can class animal be called in Khushi2.java? No. But public class Khushi, this can be called in other system design package folder file Khushi.2.java file. Current.java will also have a public class Karan, right? Public class Karan. This can be called in system design 2 package Khushi2.java folder. Wow, brilliant, 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 Ram Ram. Let's see it through an example now. So guys, this is Khushi.java, okay? You can see the similar things have been done here, right? Animal 1, animal 2. And guys, public static void main. But we have created one more method here, which is outside of this. It is not getting executed in this public class Khushi. It is not getting executed here. It is public static void lol. It is just a method, okay? It is a public method inside public class Khushi, system.out.println, okay? And guys, then there is this current.java. And Karan is just using the animal class. You can see it can use. But guys, there is another package, system design 2, Khushi2.java. Let's see Khushi2.java can do what. We are importing, see, it is package is system design 2. I am importing the public class of Khushi from system design package here. I have to write these keywords. When I was using the default class in under the same package in some other Java file, I did not have to use import. But now even for using that public class of another system design package, I'm having to use import system design dot package dot that class. So I'm writing an import system design dot Khushi in Khushi 2 public static this important black box line. I am calling Khushi dot lol. What is Khushi dot lol? Khushi dot lol is this. It will just print lol. We are able to access this part of the code. How? By first importing system design dot Khushi and writing Khushi dot lol. So it is importing this. But you cannot access the animal part. You cannot access the animal part directly. Okay. Okay, seems like one part is missing in this code. I will add. We did not write the default class animal about this now. I will add that. Don't worry, guys. Okay. Okay. Now, another thing. You cannot write here Khushi dot animal or animal A1 like we had written here, na? Animal A, new animal, right? This thing you had written in public class Karan. You cannot write animal A, new animal inside this Khushi 2. Why? Because animal is a default class of Khushi.java. Default class of Khushi.java cannot be used. Only public class Khushi of Khushi.java can be used. So public class of Khushi had Khushi.lol in it. See? Public class Khushi had Khushi.lol in it. And yes, you can use this public static void main also, like this here. Khushi2.java, you can write it in a more advanced format like this. Package system design 2 import system design.khushi. Khushi.lol, if you do, you know, na, it will go to our Khushi class in system design 1 package, like system design package, and it will print that lol from that. And lol is a public method written inside public class Khushi above the black box line. And if you write Khushi.main new string, then guys, whatever public class Khushi.main string, so whatever was happening here, na, it will do that. Animal will get called indirectly. Indirectly, a data objects will be created, dog walk will be created and make sound. So dog will be printed, cat will be printed. So the output will be lol, dog makes sound, cat makes sound. So because Khushi class is public, you are able to call it from Khushi 2 class through Khushi class. Is though Khushi class is under system design package and Khushi 2 class is under system design 2 package. So guys, कहने का मतलब क्या हुआ कि आप सिस्टम डिजाइन 2 पैकेज के अंदर खुशी 2.java फाइल के अंदर थे, आपने खुशी डॉट जावा को कॉल लगाया तो खुशी डॉट जावा के अंदर जो पब्लिक क्लास खुशी के अंदर का जो माल था ना वो अपन ने एक्सेस कर लिया. बट पब्लिक क्लास खुशी के ऊपर का जो एनिमल वाला माल था आप डायरेक्टली इधर लिख नहीं सकते. आप खुशी 2 के अंदर एनिमल कॉल एनिमल वो पॉसिबल नहीं है. बट पब्लिक क्लास के अंदर अगर आपने इनडायरेक्टली एनिमल कॉल करके 2 एडवांस डेटा बनाए हैं और उनको प्रिंट किया तो वो आप प्रिंट करवा सकते हो. खुशी 2 के अंदर भी प्रिंट करवा सकते हो बट डायरेक्ट एनिमल कॉल नहीं कर सकते. इनडायरेक्टली जरूर कुछ ना कुछ कर सकते हो क्योंकि इनडायरेक्टली जब आपने ये लाइन लिखी खुशी डॉट मेन न्यू स्ट्रिंग तब क्या हुआ जब आपने इनडायरेक्टली लाइन लिखी तो ये तो एक्चुअल में इसके अंदर घुस गया, राइट. और वो दो चीजें डॉग और ये बनाया और फिर प्रिंट भी किया, डॉट मेक साउंड उनको प्रिंट करता है तो इनडायरेक्टली हुआ. डायरेक्टली एनिमल कॉल नहीं हुआ. करण तो क्या है डायरेक्टली कॉल कर सकता है. देखो करण सेम पैकेज के अंदर आ रहा है तो वो डायरेक्टली न्यू एनिमल कॉल कर पा रहा है. सो इफ आई ट्राई टू एक्सप्लेन इन इंग्लिश in khushi2.java I am able to access all the parts directly which are coming under public class Khushi. Under public class Khushi, what is coming? This public static void main, I am able to access this. And in our updated code, in public class Khushi, I have written one more method, which is this lol. So I'm able to access lol, right? But I cannot directly access the animal word because animal word is a default class of Khushi.java. But I can access the animal word in current.java. Because current.java is coming under the same system design package as Khushi.java. But Khushi2.java is coming under the different system design 2 package. So animal I cannot use. But I can use public class Khushi. So when I use public class Khushi, I am able to call Khushi.lol and I am also able to call Khushi.main new string. Which is actually calling animals. When you write public, that this thing, when you write this Khushi.main new string, it goes here. It creates those animal objects and it prints those objects as you called here a1.name, a1.makeSound, a2.makeSound. So it will print dog and cat. So animal did get called indirectly, but directly in the code you cannot write that call animal. You can only call the things which are around or inside public class Khushi. Now if the things inside public class Khushi are calling animal in some way, then that thing will happen, but you cannot specifically go and call animal and make animal like you want. You can only make animal the way it is given inside public static void main of public class Khushi when you are doing it from the other package and other folder. So these were the main rules. I hope you understood and you're falling in love with this. Ram Ram, like, share and subscribe because such kind of high quality content is very rare to be found. So please use it. Ram Ram. Very happy to teach you all. In every ingoing and outgoing breath, always take the name of God Ram Ram like this. So you can reach moksha. You don't have to, be in this born again and again in this world, in this 84 lakh yunia as insects, cats and dogs and animals. You have to get out of this chakra and reach moksha, the ultimate salvation and the ultimate happiness. You have to come out of this Pach Tattva and many more things. And you have to reach God. So many details about this procedure and how to reach God. This is also added in the description of the video. Make sure you check it out. Ram Ram guys, Ram Ram.